Hi everyone, happy holidays to all. Welcome to this video, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about the Plugin Alliance plugins that I would most recommend. Plugin Alliance, in my opinion, is one of the better plugin companies out there. They are often having sales and they're often quite generous. I find that they are less predatory in terms of their sales tactics compared to other plugin manufacturers out there. And I think they make really good products, and they've got some really worthwhile products in their very large and comprehensive catalog. So I received an email the other day from Plugin Alliance. I'm part of their mailing list, and they were talking about how you could save, up to 88% on their compression and coloration sale or whatever, and they're also offering a $50 voucher to be spent on their plugins. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to make this video and share with you guys the plugins that I would recommend from their catalog, so that if anyone's looking to make use of the sale or their voucher or any sales in the future, that they're at least informed by the plugins that I would recommend. Yeah. Just a quick note, Plugin Alliance have nothing to do with this video. They haven't paid me to advertise for them or whatever. They haven't sponsored me. Who would sponsor me anyway? I've got like 100 subs. But anyway, this is just my own honest opinion about the plugins that are offered in Plugin Alliance's catalog. So yeah, I think that covers everything I wanted to cover beforehand. Let's open up Plugin Alliance. I've got here their website, Holiday 50. So I think this voucher expires sometime in mid-January 2024. But yeah, you get $50, which is pretty neat. You got to spend $100 though. But it's okay. I mean, if you're looking to buy stuff and spend big, you can probably get a lot of bang for your buck at the moment because of their 88% off or whatever sale. So yeah, here we go. What I'm going to do is I'll just go through each plugin on the list, and I'll just talk about whether I've had experience with it, whether I recommend it or not, whether even if I haven't had any experience with it, will I try it? Would I recommend you try it, etc. Take this all with a grain of salt. I've been making music for about 10 years. I only recently have sort of jumped on the train of wanting to use analog models of analog hardware in my plugins, and I haven't looked back, and I love it, and I'm growing my collection of these types of plugins all the time. So here we go. Starting here, new and today, this category, Metric AB. I mean, yeah, it's on sale. Base price is $270. I believe this would be US dollars, $270 US dollars. Going on sale for $79. There are a lot of free tools. Let's go in this real quick, actually, before I say that this is something that it's actually not. So I believe this is like a loudness meter, and you can quickly A/B between your mixes or your mix and a reference mix. It might have does it have a spectrum analyzer, or is it just like about loudness and stuff? I don't know. Yeah, spectrum analyzer, correlation meter, stereo imaging, dynamics, loudness. Yeah. Okay. Look, I mean, if you wanted something like this that has a comprehensive package and has a nice UI, it looks like a very easy to use and user-friendly UI, then yeah, you could try it out. But I mean, there's lots and lots of free tools that cover this. Obviously, the Ulean Loudness Meter 2, the free version is free, and it has your loudness in there. Span stuff. Span has a corralometer. I don't know if I said it right. That can show you the phase correlation across the entire frequency spectrum. Sorry, not Span. Voxengo. Span is Voxengo's spectrum analyzer, which is also very comprehensive and fantastic and free. So if you use all that stuff, then it covers most of it. You can get lots of free stereo images and sort of I don't know what you'd call a stereo image meter thingy, but you can get some. I think Flux do a free one. So I mean, if you don't mind having to use 3 or 4 or 5 different plugins to get what everything this offers, like, I would probably just go for the free stuff because you can save some money and it does the same job. Okay, moving on to the next. Betamaker Bus Compressor. Honestly, Plugin Alliance often do a lot of heavy marketing, at least to me. I guess I visit their site a lot, and I have purchased a lot from them. But I saw the marketing for this. They didn't really go all out with it. They kind of did it a little bit when it first came out. I mean, I don't think I wouldn't use this personally. I've had some experience with the Betamaker plugins, the EQ, which I'll talk about later because it will be on this list. And I'm not that big of a fan. I guess that this is, I don't know if it's modeling some analog Betamaker bus compressor, but everything that this has, I've got elsewhere. And for the price, yeah, I wouldn't bother. I'm not sure that the features. Okay, it says it includes a THD knob, total harmonic distortion. Now, I don't trust that total harmonic distortion actually provides a lot of character for reasons I'll outline when I talk about the Betamaker EQ later on in this video. But yeah, I'll give it a pass. I think it would sound like a pretty bland bus compressor, and I mean, you can probably get better bus compressors for a lot cheaper than this, even at sale price. All right, let's move me over here. HG2MS. Oh, this is the mid-side one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I recommend this plugin. I don't have experience with this mid-side version. I have experience with I use the HG, I think it's called HG2, the black box, the non-mid-side one, a lot. I use it extensively. It's like my only saturation plugin that I use, pretty much, apart from FabFilter Saturn 2. But yeah, I guess I would only recommend it if you don't own the non-mid-side version. If you own the non-mid-side version, it doesn't, upgrading to this doesn't really give you that many advantages. Sure, you have the mid-side capability, which if you're using this for mastering or mix bus processing, then absolutely it would be helpful to kind of saturate the mids and the sides differently. But yeah, it's good, and for the price, it's pretty good. Yeah, go for it. Brainworks Clipper. I don't know. I think that the GUI just kind of looks a little bit gimmicky. It's a bit pricey as well. Base price being $240 US, and then on sale right now for $69.99 US. US dollars, that is. I'll give it a pass. You could get probably better clippers for much less. Yeah. Over here, Brainworks console AMEC 200. Yeah, this is one of their famed channel strip emulations. I have no experience with this particular channel strip. I've considered purchasing their Amex stuff a couple of times in the past when they've gone on sale. Um, I just, I think the fact that it is emulating, it sounds like it's emulating an emulation of the GML stuff. Like the knobs look like George Massenburg Labs EQ knobs, and I mean it's a bit too. So you know, it just feels a bit too inauthentic to me. So I personally will give it a pass. Um, but if you really if you really want the GML sound, I think it's modeling a GML. Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But if you really want a GML sound, they haven't. I don't think they've made plugins that the official GML emulations as of yet. So if you really need it, then go for it. 99 US, even on the sale price, is 300 base, 99 US dollars. It's a bit pricey, but as I said, if you really want it, yeah, give it a shot. Master Desk Pro. Brainworks have been doing this Master Desk stuff for a very, very long time. Yeah, I mean, they've made their very first one, the True Peak one, free, I think. This is probably like the third or fourth generation or something like that. If you want an all-in-one package in some kind of fancy GUI, then yeah, I mean, it's okay. There are other things out there like the iZotope Ozone stuff that also offers this and a lot more, but I guess there's something about using just one plugin that is like an all-in-one package, and the GUI kind of looks, fancy and streamlined, and lets you work efficiently and effectively. So yeah, it's all right. If that's the way you like to work, but personally, I have tried using all-in-one packages for mastering, and like I just can't use it. There's always like one link in the chain of the all-in-one packages that don't work universally across all styles of music, and it just ruins it for me. Like I can't use it anymore, so that's me. But yeah, give it a shot if you like it, and if you don't already own something like iZotope Ozone, which is a lot more comprehensive and offers a lot more, then yeah, try it out. This Nautilus DSC EQ, Plugin Alliance went crazy with the marketing for this. I saw it on like every single YouTube ad. I saw it everywhere. It's supposed to be a passive EQ with magnetic tape saturation limiting. I don't know why anyone would want this, honestly. It's weird to have such a thing. I mean, just get a Pultec emulation. Don't worry about magnetic tape saturation. Like, seriously, don't worry about it. So it's gonna be a pass for this one for me. And I mean, I know it's the first time it's been on sale. I don't think it should have ever been that pricey. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Mag EQ4, 100% recommend this. Grab it. It's on sale, $39.99. I don't know if you've got voucher codes, whatever. I would even pay more for this plugin. It's fantastic. I use it all the time. It obviously it's famous for that airband that you boost, and it's got some really, really clean shelf. You can crank it up to like 7.5. That's 3 o'clock, 3/4 of the knob. This yellow knob here, before it starts to get harsh on most sources, and you can even use it on your mix bus or master bus. It's really good. It really has a smooth top end, and it's like nothing I've ever heard. So if you need top end, this is the one for you. Like will be the only knob I use pretty much on this one, but it's worth it. It's worth that slot in your DAW. So yeah, 100% recommend it. Mixlan Vactac, analog modeled optical limiter for compression with tube saturation that's harmonically rich and warmth on harmonically rich and warmth. Okay, that's a typo. Warm on vocals, drums, basses on your stereo bus. Yeah, I'll give this one a pass. I feel like it's modeling a model of something else, or it's modeling like some hardware, but they couldn't get the official sort of endorsement for that hardware. There's lots of different things that are cheaper than this that can do this maybe the same or better. It's a bit gimmicky, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of the plugins here are pretty gimmicky, to be honest, but some are gems and they've got lots of different ones. Hear me out, okay? Mega Monthly, yeah, I mean, I heard, I have no experience with this, but I heard that if you subscribe to Plugin Alliance, you get, like for a year or something, you get that money back and you can, as a voucher, and you can spend it on owning a license. So that's pretty damn neat. I don't know any other plugin company that does that. That's why I think Plugin Alliance is one of the better ones, if not the best plugin company out there, because they're so generous and they take care of their customers. And they've got a lot of plugins to choose from and a lot of really high quality ones too. Some gimmicky, but others really high quality. Shadow Hills Master Compressor Class A. I don't know about the Class A one. I've used the non-Class A red version, the one with the green lights. In fact, I tried to use the non-Class A version like last night. Every time I use it, it just I can't get it. I don't get it. I guess I don't know how to use it. The user interface is not intuitive and it just kind of messes up my sound. So if I know that the Shadow Hills Master Compressor is very, very famous. If you're into that, then yeah, it's going on sale for a pretty good price. Go ahead and try it out. They say the red edition Class A one is a lot better than the one with the green lights. I'm not gonna bother upgrading. I'm okay. But you know, if you want that famous or so-called famous sound, then go for it. Try it out. 3-body technology Kirchhoff EQ. I'll give this a pass, even though it's on sale for $99.99 US, and you've got that $50 voucher. Oh no, you have to spend $100. Yeah, $99.99 US. No, I'm pretty sure the FabFilter Pro Q is cheaper than that. Don't quote me on it, but it's the FabFilter Pro Q3 is quite probably cheaper and also quite probably better, and has better filters and stuff. So just go for that one instead of this. So we already talked about this console, BX console AMEC 1999. So this right up the bat, it says that this is AMEC's emulation of a Rupert Neve designed strip. Does it say that, or Rupert Neve designed AMEC strip? Okay, let's go into this. But I'm pretty sure that this is like a Neve emulation. Oh no, there are other Neve emulations. I don't know. Oh, okay. So it is an AMEC. But Rupert Neve designed it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want, try it out for sure. Like $69.99 is a little bit steep. I might recommend waiting until it goes on sale for more. But yeah, it's all right. I haven't tried it, but it sounds like a unique thing. So it could be good for like concept EPs or albums. That if you want a particular sound. But yeah, go for it. Yeah, Focusrite, the Focusrite Studio Console channel strip. I got this for free. Focusrite are obviously very, very famous for for their Scarlett 2i2 interfaces, which I have owned in the past, and yeah, and nothing needs to be said about it. But they're also famous for this console that has those ISA preamps. and it's supposed to be super clean and etc etc. I have this. I used it the other day. I tried to use it another day for um, one of my new projects, which I'll talk about soon in another video. Um, this project is a duo. It's an indie acoustic duo, and the main instruments of it are um, acoustic guitar and acoustic piano. And I thought that this channel strip, um, which I've owned fully for a long time, would be a really good fit for like to use in mixing for the EQ and compression. And I saw a tutorial video the other week talking about how it has a very um, smooth top end, and I tried it, and it does. It does. You can crank the high frequency shelf like 12 dB, and it sounds smooth as. It's a very, very smooth top end, and I really like the sound of it. Let's just go into it here a little bit. I have a few things to say about this. Please bear with me. Yeah, I like that it also has a whole bunch of other features. Let me see if I can get like a full picture in. No. Okay. Is there a picture? Okay, whatever. Is it here? No. Why don't they just show us a full picture? Doesn't matter. Okay. Um, let me just take you through it. Um, I'll do my best with what we've got here. Oh no, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Here's a full picture. Sorry about that. Want to move my face well out of the way. Okay, so it's got lots of really cool features, and I'll go through them one by one. This is the compression section on the top left of it, this module here. You've got your standard controls, attack and release, threshold ratio that goes from 1.5 to infinity, makeup gain, and parallel mix knob. And here you've got something really cool. It's a de-esser and expander. So here's the frequency knob to target the frequency. Okay, so goes from 50 hertz to 20k hertz, and at 0, it's not really doing anything. If you turn it to the left, it's de-essing, so it's kind of like a side chain. This is like a side chain filter to trigger compression for that particular frequency range that is doing the sidechain triggering. Or if you turn to the right, it's doing expanding. So turn it more to the left, anti-clockwise, and it's doing more of the, cutting. So it will attenuate sounds. Turn it more to the right, and it will expand it. It will boost it around that frequency. So it's amazing. You have like, this is like an all-in-one sort of solution. If you're working with that kind of music, acoustic guitars, if you don't know, then sometimes you get some string noise that's quite nasty, and the string noise can be anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 hertz, and it can be quite harsh on the ears. So you can use this to kind of attenuate where that string noise is. Or obviously, if it's a vocal, you can use it to de-ess, get rid of some sibilance, and vice versa, like expand stuff. And when I was playing around with it, I was thinking, wow, this is amazing. This is really, really good. And I love this feature. I wish more stuff had this feature. Down here, you've got some filter sections. This is not just a side chain triggering section. You can also use them as actual filters for the audio. So you keep clicking this button, and it will end up being a low pass filter for the audio. But you can also use it as a sidechain trigger for the compression or the gate. And you've got a peak filter here, and then a high pass filter here. So a very comprehensive filtering section here. And then up here, you've got the gate or expander. I personally never use a gate on this kind of plugin. So I mean, I don't know, very, it's got your standard gate controls. Uh, I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know very much about analog gates, so I'll just skip over it. Up here you've got more filters. So as I understand it, you can actually have two different filters, two different high pass, two different low pass filters, and of course this peak filter in the middle here. Goes from 20 kilohertz to 3.9 kilohertz for the low pass filter, and 20 hertz to 330 hertz for the high pass filter. And then you've got the ×3 divided by 3 for the frequency selection. Brilliant. It's great. I love a channel strip with both these filters. Amazing. Here we've got the high mid filter and the low mid filter EQ. These are Bell filters, and you can change the Q from like a broader Q to a more narrow one for surgical stuff. You've got lots of continuously variable frequency selection knobs here. Same with the low mids. Great. I don't have very much to say about it. It's your standard kind of mid frequency EQ. Here to the right, the last section of the actual controls for the channel strip, you've got your high frequency shelf. Smoothest shelf, as I said before. It goes from 3.3 kilohertz up to 18 kilohertz. You can crank this thing and it sounds really smooth and really sweet forever. I love it. Low frequency, it's pretty standard, whatever, you just use it. Then you've got some controls for routing your EQ pre or post your compressor, and some buttons to turn off all EQ and, each band individually. Up here, obviously, you got your input gain, V gain. I always turn it off. It's just noise, It's just like analog noise. And I don't really like it. So I turn it off. And here you've got your stereo mode, analog. I usually keep it on digital, but that's just me. So let me talk a little bit about this plugin. This was almost like one of the best plugins I've ever come across. One of the best channel strips I've ever come across, and I thought this was like, man, this is awesome for this acoustic indie project. These organic sounds, the vocals, the acoustic guitar. It's got the DS thing. That's awesome. But the compressor is like so bad. It's so bad. It's just every kind of envelope setting. It's just horrible. Like it's like it does a do thing. And there's pumping, and no matter what kind of setting I dial in, there's always pumping. I always use a 2-to-1 ratio, but there's always pumping, and it just kills it. It's just, honestly, it was just such a disappointment. But because of that one aspect of this entire channel strip, and I wanted to keep a consistent sound, so if I was going for the Focusrite sound, I'm going for the Focusrite sound. If I'm using another channel strip emulation like the SSL, I'm going for that one. Because of this compressor, it was unusable. So unfortunately for me, it's a shame I couldn't use it. I knew the Focusrite thing would be, the sound would be the perfect one for this project, but unfortunately, the crappy compressor just killed it. But I mean, if you don't mind the pumping, or if you can find some way to mitigate it or get around it, or otherwise stop it from happening, then go for it. This is a great channel strip, and it's really colorful as well. BX Console N, I think this is a Neve. Yep, this is a Neve emulation. There are other Neve emulations. Obviously Universal Audio do one. I would rather go for those ones because they're endorsed, and that they're sort of, they're everything that the plugin, the kind of the hardware manufacturers want. So I'll just go for that. SSL 4000E, I don't have any experience with it personally, but I've heard that the 4000E and the 4000G They've got a really strong mid range, so if you're into like rock music and stuff, then go for it. But I think these days we want a lot more um bottom end and a lot more top end in our EQing. So um for that reason, I'd probably recommend the SSL 9000J. I do have experience with this. I use this all the time. I use this extensively. I love it. It has a really, really smooth top end and kind of like a clean bottom end as well. Mid range is still there. There's nothing much to talk about. I use the E curve most of the time. The compressor is really smooth, unlike the Focusrite one. This compressor has no pumping. So I actually swapped out the Focusrite for the SSL 9000J in the project that I was talking about just then when I was talking about the Focusrite. It's got a really, really smooth VCA SSL compressor. Yeah, it has everything you'd need. It doesn't have the DS. Well, I mean, yeah, not everything you need, but I do recommend it. It's going on sale for $49.99. Grab it. Seriously, it's a bargain. It's got a really great sound. I think you'll love it. Lindell 50. So obviously this is API. Another company makes API channel strips. So I'd probably go for that over this. Because it's just officially endorsed, and you kind of have the peace of mind knowing that the plugin will behave exactly the way that the hardware makers want it to. 69R, this is a Helios thing. Yeah, another company also makes officially, I think it's official, Helios plugins, so just go for that. This is another Neve one, 1073, 1084. Again, same thing with the previous two I talked about. I'd go for that. Channel X, I have no idea what this is. 3 amazing Lindell units. I don't know about this Lindell thing. Yeah, I don't know about this Lindell thing. I would just give it a miss. Probably not worth your time checking out. Sorry, Lindell. I don't know what you're trying to do here. AMEC 200. Yep. So obviously this is the GML thing. This is also AMEC EQ 250 is also the GML. Oh, Sontec, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, if you want that sound, go for it. But if you wait long enough, I'm sure GML will actually make a plugin that's officially endorsed and exactly their vision for it. So yeah, just wait a while and you'll see. Maybe you'll get something you want. Better Maker. EQ23 2D. Yeah. I bought this when it was on sale. It is famous. The hardware version is obviously famous for having the Pultec EQ curve things, but being able to digitally recall it. It is from what I understand, it's a solid state digital unit. But it has the sound of a Pultec, they say, because it has the curves. Yeah, I tried it. I used it for a couple of projects on my mix bus. It's very bland. It's very, very bland, and it does not sound like a Pultec. They can say whatever they want to say about it. They can say, "Oh, we've got the same curves as the Pultec, rah rah rah, whatever." You can make the curves on an parametric EQ yourself. You can make those curves. Like the Pultec isn't just about the boost and the cut trick. It's so much more. It's so much more. I would give this one a miss. I regret ever buying it. I regret using it actually. Yeah, I don't think it's very good. Yeah, I'd give it a miss. Don't bother with it. Just buy the Pultec plugin. I'm pretty sure that it's on sale right now too for a cheaper price than this. BX, this one I got no idea what it is. Famous AMEC. I don't know what AMEC is. It's yeah. If you want it, go for it. But there's probably better EQs out there. $29.99 is okay. If you know the sound and that's the sound you want, of course it's a good price. But if you don't know what AMEC is, you're probably not missing out on very much. Clean Sweep Pro. These are just filters. These are probably ancient. That's why it's like $99. Uh, you don't need this. Like, you don't need this. Don't worry about it. Digital V3. It's just a digital plugin with mid-side EQ. You don't need this. There's others that do it better and for cheaper. Your stock plugin will probably do it too. Dyne EQ V2. No idea what this is. I wouldn't go for it. Don't worry about it. Hybrid V2. I don't know what this is either. Don't worry about it. Just skip it. Pan EQ. If you want to do some weird stuff with your frequencies and place them in different places in your stereo field, yeah, I guess so. But otherwise, I don't know why else you'd need that. This Bax EQ. So it's just like two Baxendol shelves, one high, one low. Yeah, I mean, if you want, but it doesn't offer a lot, and you can do what it does with other EQs anyway. So, I mean, yeah. If you really want it, $39.99 is not bad. But otherwise, don't worry about it. Muse EQ. Okay, Elysia's Muse EQ. They're not famous for their EQs. I think these are just tilts. I'd skip it. Don't worry about it. Nautilus DC. Oh, we covered this. I'd skip it. Soma. Passive tube EQ. That's clean. Yeah. Maybe if you want. I personally would skip it. I don't have experience with it. So, by the way, all the ones that I said just skip, apart from, this Better Maker, I don't have experience with. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But I wouldn't go and buy it. This Lindell, the Lindell again. This is a Pultec emulation. Just don't bother. Oh no, this is a Pultec one. Oh, this one is a 2-band boost only. Nah. Forget it. This Pultec style, nah. Like, just get the proper Pultec EQ plugin. So much better. You know what you're getting. Don't waste your time with this one. What is this one? All tube. Yeah. Nah. Don't worry about it. Skip it. I don't know this. I wouldn't bother. There's a reason why I don't know it. There's a reason why I haven't tried it or bought it. Don't bother. This, I have no idea what this is. Yeah. Skip. EQ2. You don't need it. Like, the EQ4 over here is the one that you want. It's got the famous airband. This one, don't worry about it. Millennia, this EQ vacuum tube, discrete JFET mode, rich character, clear transparency. Don't worry about it. I don't know it. I wouldn't buy it. Skip it. Clean Sweep. Filters. Skip. Oh, it's free. This one's free. I'd skip all the free ones, honestly. They don't really offer anything. This one, yeah, skip it. The Pass EQ. Yeah, I mean, I'll try it out. But if you want, I think the low band is a shelf only, and the high band is a bell only. This would be a really, really nice EQ if you could change the filters from bell to shell. But if you want a bell filter for the low end, you have to do some really complicated thing where you boost and then you make another shelf and then you kind of cut below it, so it ends up being a bell shape that you create from two shelves. Like, I get that that's kind of like, that's what the hardware does, and that's what they're trying to model and stuff, but it's just annoying. Just let us change it to a bell if we want, and let us change it to a shelf. So, I mean, if you want, then yeah, try it out. It's on sale for pretty cheap as well. Go for it. But I personally didn't. I almost bought it. I personally didn't. because of that, how annoying it is. This is a passive EQ model after a passive EQ. It's different from the one next to it, which is an active EQ. I have bought this. I haven't had the chance to use it yet. It's just bell filters. Again, it would be nice if you could change some to shelf. But yeah, I can't wait to try this personally. I bought it when it was on sale for $29.99. I don't have much else to say about it, but I bought it because it's got like below it's got lots of options. You can, yeah, I'll just go into it real quickly. They've got some Plugin Alliance or Brainworks have added like this thing down the bottom. Yeah, this thing down the bottom. That looks very comprehensive, and it can affect your sound. I mean, I'll be careful with it, especially the stereo maker thingy. But yeah, I mean, it's nice to have that option as well, and you can do mid-side processing with this as well. But again, my only qualm with it is it doesn't offer a shelf for the highs and lows. That would be quite nice. That would be, yeah, would be really nice if they did. So let's go back. Kirchhoff, yeah, so I covered this. Just get the FabFilter Pro Q. Lisa, no idea what this is. Smooth opto compression on 6 different bands. It's like what, a multi-band compressor? Yeah, nah. Just skip it. Nah, don't worry about it. Dynamics. Okay. Compressors. I think this is modeling an LA3A or something. I don't know. I'll skip it. I have no experience with it. It looks a bit gimmicky. There are other ones that are better, so just get that. Yeah. Sculpt. No idea what this is. Thoroughly and cleanly reshape your sound in other ways process simply cannot. That sounds like fancy sales speak. It's probably just a multi-band compressor. Skip it. It's yeah, don't worry about it. This AMEC must yep. Yeah, I personally wouldn't go for this, but if you want like the AMEC ecosystem, then yeah, why not? I've covered the bus compressor, the limiter. This is ancient. Just skip it. There are way better limiters these days on the market. This True Peak one, again, it's like a gimmicky version of this. Just skip it. There are better limiters elsewhere. Master Desk, it's also ancient. It's like a more ancient version of the one I covered before, which is to the right. Skip it. Skip this one. Skip this one as well. If you gotta get one of these, just get the newer one, obviously. But for $99, nah. This Opto, yeah, no, skip it. It's ancient. There are better ones out there. This one I think is like the SSL bus comp. Yeah, nah. There's better ones out there that probably do a better job, so I'd skip this one. I don't know what this is. A mid-side mastering limiter. What, like, why would you want that? Seriously, why would you want that? Forget about it. This one, yep, I use it. I love it. It's really good. You can push it really hard. The Elysia Alpha compressor. The thing costs like $15,000 hardware. The plug-in version is made by Elysia themselves. It's going on sale for $39.99. This is a bargain. I would definitely recommend buying this. It's great. It does the mid-side mastering. But for some reason, when you put it in mid-side mode and you unlink the channels, my meters show me that the right side has a lot more volume than the left side, and my meters are not showing mid-side, like my DAW meters. So I don't know if that's a bug, but that's something to watch out for. But it won't stop me using it. It's not a deal breaker. I'll just kind of link the mid and side channels and kind of make them sonically different in another way. It's okay. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, this gets a big tick from me. Empressor, skip it. Don't worry about it. Just like if you're gonna get one, just get this one. Extressor, no. it's an emulation of the famous distressor hardware compressor, which in itself is emulating other hardware compressors. Um, if you own the other hardware compressors that it's trying to model, or if you own the plugins of those hardware compressors, then there's no reason that you want a distressor. Like the saturation that you get from the compressor of the distressor, you can get that elsewhere. Don't worry about it. Skip this one. It's not even on sale. Don't know why. This one, I don't know. Oh, it's emulating a Neve limiter. Yep, skip it. Universal Audio do all this Neve stuff anyway. So, yep, same with this one. Skip it. This one, 1176. Skip it. Don't worry about it. Just, yeah. This one is doing an API. These ones are modeling like API compressors. Skip them because Universal Audio do them and they do them better. And look, I mean, they're not even going on sale, so don't worry about it. This Mag Audio compressor, I don't know why you'd want it. Yeah, don't worry about it. This one, I don't know what. Yeah, skip it. Yeah, these ones I would skip as well. Like, I don't think that this Neold stuff, it's not very. I mean, they're just opto compressors and stuff. So you can get lots of opto compressors. Obviously, the most famous one would be the LA2A. You can just get that. I mean, does it better, and it's yeah, does it better. Probably cheaper too. This emulation of a Telefunken V676. You can get better tube preamps, plug-in emulations elsewhere. I would skip this one. Yeah, I've got this. I never used it because it's free. Don't bother downloading this though. It's probably not. You're never gonna use it. I don't know what this is. Spectral multiband processor. This is one of the sound design ones. So if you want a sound design thing, then yeah, then definitely go for it. But yeah, for me, I'm not gonna try. This is not even on sale, so maybe just wait for it to go on sale, and then you can go get it. Oh, sorry. One other thing I forgot to mention when I was talking about this compressor here that emulates 1176. Universal Audio make the hardware 1176. They also release a plug-in version. This goes on sale a lot. The UA one, so I'd probably recommend that over this. This isn't even on sale. I wouldn't bother even trialing this one. Just go for the Universal Audio one. It does it better, and yeah, it's much more worth it. Coming along to the Purple Audio MC77. So Purple Audio make a hardware emulation of the 1176, and they have provided like some extra features. I don't know it. I mean, I haven't used it before. I've heard of it. I've heard that it does some things that an 1176 can't do. So I mean, yeah, I'd recommend checking it out. It's obviously, you can see it's on sale for $39.99 US right now. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad buy. It wouldn't be a dud purchase. So yeah, go for it. Why not? If you want. Yeah, this Shadow Hills mastering compressor. Talked about this when I was talking about the Class A one. Yeah, I mean, every time I try use this, I just don't get it, and it just makes my music wonky as. It's very old. It doesn't have the kind of things that we would need or want or expect of a mastering compressor these days. It doesn't have mid-side processing. It's got like, it's stereo, and then you can have a dual mono option. It's just weird. I can't figure it out. It's not intuitive. It doesn't sound good. I personally wouldn't go for it. But I mean, maybe if you take the time to learn how to do it, it would be better. It wouldn't be as bad. Uh, but yeah, if you want, try it out. Um, if you want to get it, then yeah, go get it. But for me, I got it for free, but still, yeah, it's a no from me for me personally. Class A1, same deal. I talked about it before. Maybe it's better. Maybe it has some more stuff. Says here it's got TMT under the hood. Does it have mid side? No. Mid side is really necessary for mastering, in my opinion. So any compressor that says that they're a mastering compressor but doesn't have mid side processing, don't waste your time on. SPL Attacker Plus. This is half of the SPL Transient Designer. Don't bother with this one. Um, just get the Transient Designer. It's just a little more expensive, but this is like half of something, and yeah, don't worry about it. SPL Very Mu, the SPL Iron. This sounds awesome. This is really, really cool. I tried it for the first time yesterday. I own it. I've owned it for a few weeks now. I'm yet to use it. I think it's a very clean sounding um, tube compressor. It's got mid-side processing, which, yeah, obviously is essential. I like the GUI. It feels like really beefy. Um, but the sound is very, very clean. So I would use this for like a pop record, I suppose, or something that I want to be very clean. It's not really a color box, but I'm sure if you push it, it can be. Um, but I can definitely see this becoming my favorite compressor. One of the cool things that I appreciate that, you know, has no relevance to the sound is that you can actually change the UI color. So they've got um, three different options. This is like the black and the gray one, but they've got like this all red one you can see here, um, and then the all black one. So I mean, I think that's cool. It's not it's not something that would necessarily make me want to buy it, but I think that's cool. And I like the red color, so I especially like the red color with the orange kind of VU meter thingies. Yeah, I think it's cool. But it sounds really good. There are lots of options. It's very versatile and it's very comprehensive. So a big yes for me. It's on sale. Try it if you like it. Grab it. Definitely. Yeah, it's great. Transient Designer Plus. This is like one of the best plugins I've ever used. It's just so useful. It's so good. It does exactly what it needs to do, exactly what it says it's gonna do. Don't overdo it though, because it will sound wonky. I use this a lot for vocals, and I use this a lot for drums. And I only really use the sustain knob, but I like having the option of having both knobs if I need it. Yeah, so I definitely recommend this. It's one of the best plugins ever. Unfiltered. This is a gate. Um, Nah, if you don't have another gate, which I highly doubt, then yeah. But your stock plugin will do it. FabFilter does a great gate as well if you've got lots of money to pay for it. But yeah, don't worry about this one. Zip. What the Lamborghini of creative compression. Uh, I don't know what it thinks it is, but skip it. Don't worry about it. Vertigo VSC 2. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's like a mastering VCA compressor. Um, try it if you like it. Go for it. I don't own it. Um, I'm keen. You know, I'm keen to try it out. In fact, I might try it out. You know, in the next few days. Um, yeah. I like Vertigo. I think they do good stuff. Um, and a VCA compressor for mastering. Wow. That's something new. In fact, yeah, I think I might give this a shot. So I'd recommend you guys try it. If you like it, then go for it. It's worthwhile trying, basically, is what I'm saying. Black Box HG2. Yes, definitely. 100%. I 100% recommend this plugin. We're onto the color category. These are all your distortion saturation boxes. So this is probably your desert island saturation box. two different kind of voice tubes, and a parallel saturation circuit. Um, Very simple plugin UI, which I like and appreciate. Very easy to use. I literally only uh I load it onto a track. I use it track by track. I load it onto a track, engage the parallel saturation circuit, and touch nothing else, and it makes everything sound good. Everything at its default settings, I just put it on and it will make it sound better. I don't tweak the knobs like ever, I just leave it at its default and it's good enough. It's got this air circuit, you can see down the bottom right here. I'm not going to click it because it takes a lot of time to load up the page, but the air is just like a shelf filter, and you can turn it on and then like adjust the amount. It's post the saturation circuit. You can do the same thing with a different plugin, and you can probably get a better result EQ wise. So I personally wouldn't use it, but as I said, I just like load it up, engage the parallel saturation circuit, and boom, it makes everything sound better. So I would definitely recommend it. In fact, if you don't own this or the bigger brother, the mid-side one already, then probably go for this one. But it has all these options that I see. That's got like, you've got the filters for the saturation shape or something. It just makes something that was really easy to use, which is the non-MS version, turn into something a bit annoying and gimmicky and headachy to use. So that kind of turns me off it. I like being able to just load up the plugin, click one button, and just like let it go. Don't have to twist anything. Don't have to dial in anything. I like that. But if you don't mind dialing in your sound, then yeah, okay, yeah, get this one. It's only 10 US more. The Clipper, as I said before, nah, just skip it. This one, I don't know. I don't know what this is. I think it's like a saturator that will kind of clamped or it's just tame, nasty, high frequency harshness, but add sparkling presence. I don't know. It's kind of like a given for saturators to do that anyway. I don't know why they have to sell something that says that this is exactly what it does, but the black box will do that too. You might have to twist some of the knobs to get that same result, but it will do it. So don't worry about this one. This one, it's ancient. Don't worry about it. Elysia character, I have no idea. Yeah, I wouldn't bother with it. Anything from Elysia other than the alpha compressor, probably don't worry about it. Phil's Cascade, yeah, don't worry about it. It's gimmicky. Saturate, yeah. It's pretty famous. You can try it. I don't own it. You can try it for yourself. See if you like it. If you like it, go for it. I think I own too many distortion plugins already, so I'll give it a miss personally. But yeah, it could be worthwhile trying for yourself. Silver Bullet, no idea. Oh, I saw lots of ads for this. I don't know what it is, and it sounds so gimmicky as well. 179 US, even on sale. Stuff that. Forget about it. The Oven. Lots of people talk about it. I know this rarely goes on sale. I don't get it. Like the controls that have weird names, I just don't get it. It's a bit too fiddly. You really have to like set it up properly. Go knob by knob and use your ears, A, B, bypass on and off. It's just like, it's not intuitive to use. So I personally would skip it, but obviously it's on sale right now, and I know that it really goes on sale. So if you've been wanting this, then of course, $300 off. If you want it, go get it. If you don't think that this is for you, then yeah, don't worry about it. This one I already talked about. Don't worry about it. Big Al, yeah, don't worry about it. wobble. Tape modulation and lo-fi effect. Uh nah. I mean, if you want this, if you want that kind of effect, yeah, go for it. But I think that there are other plugins that will do this for cheaper and or for free. So yeah. Um this one, I don't know. Um I don't know about it. Probably skip it. Not worth your time. Vocal enhancer. I'm very very skeptical of this. I think that it will just make your vocal sound really harsh if you turn it up. I don't. I think a vocal enhancer just means you're just going to. It's like an EQ boost on the high mid range. So yeah, do that with your stock EQ and some saturation. Forget about this one. Twin tube. Nah. There are other. I mean, if you want saturation, go for the black box. Seriously, don't worry about this. The Vitalizer. Yeah, I bought this. It was on sale. I bought it. I thought that. I mean, I thought that it would just make things sound nicer. It has weird controls, and I also bought it because it's modeled on. Obviously, the Vitalizer is analog hardware, and this plugin models it. It has the stereo expander knob, and I thought that it would be cool to get my hands on um a plug-in emulation of an analog stereo enhancer. And I thought that that means that it's not doing some phase or delay based stuff to my signal to enhance the stereo image, but when I put it on, it it's phasey as hell. Like I regret buying it. I didn't try it before I bought it. I regret it. So I'll skip this. Don't worry about this one. I mean, it's not worth it. I would highly recommend everyone stay away from stereo enhancement tools that use phase or delay on your signal, because it will just like wonkify your audio. Just use mid-side processing and use it well. Use panning to get a wider stereo image. I would recommend staying away from like a one knob solution to make it wider. It doesn't exist. There's always pros and cons, and the cons may not be worth it. So yeah. If I mean, if you know this hardware and you like it and you're used to it, then of course it's on sale for $25. Go for it. But if you don't know anything about this so-called unmasking EQ, then just don't worry about it. Basement. Yeah, I mean, you can do the same thing that this does with some filtering, some mid-side EQ, and some multi-band compression and some transient designing. So, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you don't need this. So don't worry about it. Lo-fi AF. I'm not into that kind of thing, but I think that there are better and cheaper ones, cheaper plugins that will do the same thing. I know that this is like some fancy all-in-one package for any kind of bit crushing that you want, but seriously, save your $25 and go look at your stock plugins, and they'll probably do something like this. Vertigo VSM3. Yeah, I got this. I got a couple of things to say about it. I do use it on every single mix bus these days, but when I first used it, it was very, very hard to find the right sound. When I loaded up, it just like crushed my mix and made everything sound really, really wonky and really bad. But if you know how to use it, and by that I mean you kind of use the tiniest amount, then it will be okay. It will kind of like, it will tame it a little bit. It will tame your signal a little bit and give some separation. It's a mid-side saturator for mastering. So you can have two different types of distortion, even order harmonics and odd harmonics. And you can have, for example, what I do is use the even order harmonics for the mid signal and the odd harmonics for the side signal, and that's supposed to kind of widen your stereo image, but I use it a tiny amount. Like the drive knob, there's a drive knob here that determines the amount of like signal you're driving into the saturator, and therefore the amount of saturation you're getting. I put that on 1%. Seriously, I put that on 1%. I'm gonna click into this. I've got a few more things to say about it. Yeah, mastering grade saturation, whatever. Okay, so if you look at, let me just open this up. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna go left to right. I'm not gonna cover everything. I'm just gonna talk about the second harmonic and the third harmonic. So even order, odd order. Is it odd order? I don't know. So I'll use this for my mid signal. So I'll switch this over to mid. I'll use this for the side signal, switch it over to side. Drive literally 1%. Drive 1%. I'll use this on track mode, which is this is like your the band of saturation you get. It's really annoying that they don't have like descriptions of the frequencies here in the plugin. You have to go look for it in the manual, and the manual is not written very well either. It's kind of written very snobbishly, like the author is expecting the reader to know exactly what they're talking about already. If they did, why would they read the manual? Anyway, so apparently the track knob is like your full frequency spectrum. The full one is not your full frequency spectrum. The full one is like, it goes down to somewhere around 100 to 200 hertz and stops. So it's like 100 something hertz to 22 kilohertz. But the track one is your full frequency spectrum. So I put that on track, put this one on full, because this is doing the sides. I put this on side if I didn't already say. Drag the drive down to 1%. This thing is really important. So this level thing, there's two LEDs here. The one is your input signal, and the other is your output signal. So you turn the knob, if you turn it to the right or clockwise this way, then you're boosting the output. So this is after the saturation, right? This is after everything. This is the output of this mid signal, second harmonically FET crushed signal. So you have to match the level and the amount of brightness that this LED is displaying on the left, you have to match in the right. So you turn it up or down, left or right, until the LEDs match, and so you know that you've done your gain staging right, and your signals, your pre and post saturation signals, I don't know if it's peak or RMS or something, whatever, is the same. Otherwise, the saturation is going to attenuate your signal. It's going to make the sounds softer, because that's what saturation does. So you want to match the signal, and oftentimes if you're getting some saturation, you will need to turn this up. So it's normally in the 12 o'clock position. You need to turn it up. The thing is, these two LEDs are yellow. Like, it's not shown here because the plugin's not active, but the LED is yellow, and then the faceplate GUI is yellow. Like, dude, are you serious? Whose idea was it to make this yellow on yellow? It's so hard to see. This is a very, very important control as well. So why would you make it so hard to see? You really have to like put your face to your screen and squint really hard to see the brightness, and you're judging the brightness as well. Like, it's so fiddly and annoying. Why don't you just give us a meter? Like, this is a plugin. This is not, I know they're trying to like emulate an analog workflow and blah blah blah, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying as to have to do this. I wish they'll just give us a reading or like auto gain or something like that. But no, they've got to make a yellow face plate GUI thingy, and then make us like struggle to assess the brightness level of two yellow LEDs. So thanks. But anyway, if you use this right, yeah, it kind of it has a very subtle saturation, which I like, and a little bit of control over it as well. And you can drive it a bit, but honestly, anything past like 1 or 2%, it will just make it sound way too distorted. But a little bit is good. So here we go. Hidden gems. We're up to hidden gems. Flanger. Okay, look, most of these I haven't used. So just expect me to suggest that you skip all of them. Flanger, skip it. Your stock plugins from your DAW will probably do something better. If not, yeah, I mean, you can get Flanger for free. Lots of flangers for free. If you know where to look. Stereo tap delay. Nah. Skip. Don't worry about it. Don't ever pay money for something like this. That doesn't give you very much of like some secret sauce. But it's $20. Like your DAW stock delay will do something like this. Skip it. Sculpt. I talked about it before. Like it's just a multiband compressor. I don't know why they're saying it's not. Streamliner. Codec auditioning, automatic level matching, state of the art loudness, and dynamics metering to get the perfect master for all major streaming services. Nah, not for this price. Not for this price. Don't worry about it. Black distortion. No, skip it. I don't know what this is. Oh, filters. Yeah, talked about it before. Skip it. Crispy tuner. I would not trust this at all. $50 for something that will probably not do a very good job. No way. Stay away from it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't think it will do. I mean, I don't have any experience with it, but I just wouldn't be confident that it will do a good job. Yeah. This delay thing, nah, don't worry about it. Mid-side delay, yeah. I mean, you can just use a stereo delay and then put like a mid-side EQ straight after that to manipulate it. But yeah, anyway, yeah, probably don't worry about it. Master Desk, yeah, I said before, skip it. TMT synth. I've never tried any of the Brainworks synths. They could be good. I couldn't tell you. Try it. If you like it, then use it. Yeah, why not? The Mono Maker. Stereo Maker, sorry. Yeah. No. I think this will wonkify your audio. Don't worry about it. Subsynth. Yeah, the subsynth. I used the free version of this subsynth. It's supposed to generate low harmonics and is like an EQ. It has like a bandpass filter on your lows that's tuned to like 60 hertz or something like that. I mean, you can do this with an EQ. You can do this with other stuff. And I tried the free version and it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. So I would skip this. Tantra. This looks like some gimmicky multi effects thing. I'll probably skip it. Try it if you like it, get it. Otherwise, nah. Thorn, spectral synth. Yeah. If you want, yeah, this is a virtual instrument. If you want, go for it. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. This one, same thing. This looks like it's got more stuff than this. So, I mean, if you want to try. Oh, but they're different too. This is like a tube-driven analog synth. This is like your modern solid state one. So, yeah. They're different. Hawkeye. Yeah, it's a metering plugin. It's alright. If you don't have this stuff already, as I said previously, then it could be good. Otherwise, yeah, don't worry about it. Spatial Creator. I would try this to see what it actually does to the audio, whether you can actually, for example, I want to know if you can take a stereo file and then make it sound like something in a surround sound system but keep it as a stereo file. If you're not set up for surround sound mixing, um, yeah, you could try it. It's on sale, but it's still pretty pricey at 189.99 US. So I personally, I would try it. I'm personally waiting for it to come down in price. That's the thing. Basement, I talked about already. Biome, it's a modular thing. If that's your thing, if you want to do this like sound design thing with lots of modulation, yeah, I mean, try it. If you like it, buy it. Yeah. Oh, this is a synth. Yeah, I mean, I guess try it if you like it. Yeah, go for it. Tails, a ducking reverb. I'd skip this one. There's better reverbs out there. Even though it's cheap-ish, there's better reverbs that duck. Yeah, don't worry about this one. Yeah. So, whoa. Okay, we got some subscriptions. I think I talked about it before. I hate subscriptions, so I mean, personally, I never subscribe to stuff. But if you don't mind it, it should. I mean, it would be good. Here it says like you get to own 3 at the end of the subscription, so that's pretty neat. You get to try like everything, and then by the end of the year subscription, you get to own 3 of them. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So yeah, go for it. Cyber bundle. Yeah, yeah. If you've got like $1,000 sitting around, yeah, go for it. Otherwise, if you're poor like me, then yeah, just do research on the ones that you want or think you need, and then go for it. Don't worry about a bundle. Like you'll get a lot of stuff that you probably don't want and will never use anyway. VIs are. I'm sure we've already covered. I've covered this. Oh no, not this. Mega sampler. Yeah, if you need a sampler, then yeah, this could be the one for you. I haven't tried it, but it looks like a very easy to use sampler. So if I ever needed a sampler, I would try this one. I don't like how it's online though. That's a bit annoying. Talked about that. MIDI guitar tracks. I don't use this often. I haven't. I mean, I don't use this kind of thing often. I don't own and have never tried any of the Plugin Alliance MIDI guitar stuff or MIDI bass stuff. But if that's your thing, try it out. It's a bit pricey though. Look, it's like $80 on sale. So yeah. This bass one isn't even on sale. I wouldn't get a bass one. There's like better bass sounds elsewhere. This one, not on sale. Not on sale. Yeah. I mean, I think you can get better ones that are cheaper, so I would probably go for that first. Okay. Reverb and effects. Talked about this. 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 Oh no, I haven't talked about this. Mid-side reverb by Brainworks. Ultra low on CPU. I mean, nah. I mean, nah. They're trying to be them adding a sentence about it can be used traditionally on as a send or even as an insert effects on individual tracks. If you guys know anything about music production or audio engineering, you'll know that this is just a useless statement, because like it applies to every single reverb or every single effect ever. So they're just trying to make it sound like it's worthwhile getting, which is a red flag. So you can tell that this is probably definitely not worth getting. So for me personally, I would probably recommend skipping it. Tantra 2 talked about it. Tape Face. If you don't own any other tape plugins, then yeah, okay, try it out. Talked about this already. Talked about this. Dent 2. Distortion and wave shaping. If you want. Sounds gimmicky to me, but yeah, if you want, try it out. Fault, warp your audio in exciting ways. Pitch shifting and modulation. It just sounds like a pitch shifter and modulation. You can do stuff like this uh in other plugins, probably for free. So yeah, I wouldn't go for this. I wouldn't bother trying it either. Indent 2. Oh, whoa. Oh, this is Dent 2. This is Indent 2. It's just a saturator and modulation thing. I mean, if you don't have another one of these, then go for it. But otherwise, there's lots of them around. Instant delay. It's a delay. Okay. With modulation. Okay. Same thing as I said before. What's this unfiltered audio? Just like making pretty useless plugins. Pretty like plugins that people would already have. Sandman. This incredible delay does everything you ever wanted a plugin to do. I highly doubt that, but okay. Try it out. If it's for you, go for it. Sandman Pro. Yeah, nah. Nah. I'm all good for that. If this is your cup of tea, then if you want like an unfiltered audio ecosystem, then yeah, sure. But otherwise, you would definitely have all these tools already, probably for free or cheaper. Silo, granular processing for reverb sounds. Okay, it's a reverb. It's not even on sale. Yeah. Maybe skip this one for now. Spec Ops. Like a surgical EQ. Okay. I mean, FabFilter Pro Q3. Come on. Just get that. Yeah. Tails, talked about already. Triad. Yeah, it's just a modulator. Yeah, don't worry about it. 3D in space. I am very wary of this. It sounds too good to be true, but try it. And if it does what you want it to do, then yeah, why not? They're not on sale though. The Pro one. Yeah, I don't know. I've never worked in virtual reality or AR. I don't know what AR is anyway. Um, it sounds too good to be true. But try it. And if it works, then yeah, it works. Stage, spatial augmentation. This is a stereo imager. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend staying away from these kinds of things because they can really wonkify your audio, and if you push them too hard, they will and you listen to it, it will just give you a headache. Mono up mix, same thing. Yeah, same thing as I said just before. I would be cautious of those kinds of things. Utilities, talked about this already. V2 could yep. I think I talked about this. This is like another stereo field enhancement thing. As I said, I'd stay away from it. The meter, I've covered these kinds of things. If you don't have them already for free and you need something like it, then go for it. But otherwise, you can get free stuff that will do the same thing. So it's probably not worth the $99. This solo, oh yeah, it's a free like mid-side encoder. I think is it encoder? Yep. Yep. Um yeah, it's free, but it's also ancient, and again, this stereo width knob here, it scares me. It scares me a lot. This thing, it's like another mid-side thing. Yeah, if you need it, go for it. It's free. I'm struggling personally. I'm struggling to find a situation where I would need it. Um, I guess if I had 3 microphones and I was recording a signal, I can turn it into a mid-side setup. But I mean, just like I could do that with a stereo image, a stereo pair, and then just use mid-side processing on that stereo track. So I don't know why I would need this. Hawkeye, same thing. I think I talked about it already anyway. Mixtrix, boom. Um, make your kick drums thunder. Uh, I don't even know what this is. Let's check it out. Mm. Okay. It's an EQ. Uh, yeah, don't worry about it. It's just an EQ. Where was I up to? Where did it go? Yeah, it's just an EQ. You can just do it yourself on your stock EQ. Stereo Maker, yep, talked about something like this already. Subsynth, talked about it. Envelope, it's Transient Shaper. I'd recommend the SPL Transient Designer Plus over this. But I mean, yeah, this would work as well. If you like the Elysia stuff, then yeah, go for it. A DSR, Lindell. Nah, don't worry about this. Seriously, like, yeah, don't worry about this. Subfilter, yeah, the free one. I talked about it already. Uh, it doesn't work for me. It's literally like an EQ. It's an EQ. It's a low end EQ. It doesn't generate uh subharmonic content. It doesn't generate low frequencies. It's just an EQ. You can do this with you know, with a stock EQ. I wouldn't bother with this. SPL DSR. Yeah, I like the SPL brand. I trust this, but again, your stock uh DSR in your DAW will do just fine. Don't worry about this. Deverb, yeah, this is the other half of the Transient Designer. It's the sustain knob, I believe. I would recommend getting the full version. You have more options. You don't pay that much more. Drum exchanger, yep. I I personally would never use this because I wouldn't record live drums. Um, but you can. I mean, if you need a drum exchanger, I don't know. Try it out. If this works for you, then go for it. It's not on sale right now, unfortunately. But you know, as I said earlier in the video, Plugin Alliance often have sales on their um on their stuff. So yeah, you can just wait a little bit and then you'll be able to get this on sale, I'm sure. I just want to, for everyone out there that records live drums and then wants to uh, use them to trigger MIDI signals and replace the drums, I have a question for you. And it's a very simple one. If you're going to do that, why would you bother recording the drums at all? Like, if you're just going to, I think one of the most common things to do is to change the kick drum out with like a sampled kick drum. If you're gonna replace it, then why don't you just just record the MIDI drums by themselves? Why go to all the trouble of miking up a drum kit, finding a treated room or a nice room to record it in, checking for phase issues, doing the recording, listening back on it, only just to change the sound with something else? If you're gonna tell me you get like a human feel of the drummer playing the drums, then you're really just telling me that the only benefit of doing that and then exchanging the drums for samples is that some of the drum hits are gonna be slightly out of time. If you want that, then just record the MIDI and then randomize the quantization or something like that, or don't have the quantization so like strictly locking things down to grid, or even still don't even quantize your MIDI. I just don't understand why anyone would do it. Go to all that trouble. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you have thoughts about this. The Moverb, yeah, same thing as I said with the Deverb. Just get the whole Transient Design. It's really good. It's a lot better. Needlepoint. This is a vinyl thing. Man, Unfiltered Audio are really, they're just making plugins that you probably don't need. iZotope do a free vinyl thing. It's free. You don't have to pay like this amount of money. Just, yeah. I mean, I don't know why anyone would want the vinyl effects unless you're going for that specifically. But if you just put this on normal songs, like it's weird. It's weird for me at least. Okay, we're up to guitars and bass. Thanks so much for sticking with me all this time. We've covered a lot, and before I get to this, I hope Plugin Alliance and or Brainworks and or all the manufacturers here that I've talked about don't sue me for, you know, for what I've said. This is all my opinion. You don't have to follow it. It's just my thoughts on what I would recommend and what I wouldn't recommend. So when I say skip it, I'm really saying I recommend that you skip it. I'm not like telling you what to do. I'm not telling you that this plugin or this company is bad. I'm just like saying I don't think this is worth my time to try. I don't think this is worth my money to purchase. And I mean, just like the rest of us, I don't have a lot of time and I don't have a lot of money. So how I use both those resources is really important. And I just want to make this video to help you guys out and make sure you don't waste any of your time trying plugins that are not very good, and you don't waste any of your money buying plugins that are not very good and not very worth your money. Guitars and bass, Ampeg. So all the Ampeg stuff, Ampeg is obviously a very famous bass amp, um, bass amp manufacturer. I have only had experience with this Ampeg SVT VR Classic, um, which I got for free. I can't really comment on the specifics of the others. I don't really, I've never played bass and I've never used the bass amp, so I don't really know what I'm talking about when I'm comparing bass amps anyway. But I'll just talk about this classic one. Um, how I use it is I don't touch any of the EQ controls on the amp. I turn on this ultra low thing. I don't turn on the ultra high thing. I think the ultra high thing is like a boost for the upper mid frequencies or something. I don't know. It just doesn't sound very nice to me. But the ultra low does sound nice. The treble and bass I leave alone. I use the normal channel here. And then when you click it, I'll see if it comes up actually. When you click on the faceplate, or the here we go. Yeah, you click on the faceplate and you've got some impulse responses. So I use one I think it's like the second one. It it might be the blue bottle one, but it's not the first one. There are like 3 impulse responses that are default there. And I use the second one because it sounds really, really good. It sounds really full and fat and beefy, and I like it. Yeah, I don't have very much else to say about it. I do recommend this one. It's good. It's good for making your bass, your DI'd bass or your sort of virtual bass sound nice. Yeah, it's good. Similarly, I would recommend you try these other Ampeg bass amp emulations. I don't know the difference. I wouldn't know how to judge them, as I said before, but you know, this is the classic one. It's got like a limited feature set. This is the non-classic one. It's got more features, but for me personally, I think the more features there are, the less I want to use them, because I mean, I don't want to be fiddling with my sound for hours and hours. Like, that's just a productivity killer. I just want to like load it up, maybe click 1 or 2 things max, and then just get going. Like, I don't have to worry about stuff. So yeah, if you're a bass player, try them all out, see which one you like most. And yeah, I'd recommend it. It's worth your money. They're not on sale right now, unfortunately, but you know, they might be. I'm sure they will be sometime soon. Onto the guitar stuff. I recently tried a bunch of these amps, so I can talk a little bit about them. Bass Dude. So obviously it emulates a Fender Bassman. I like it. it sounds very tweedy. It sounds very I guess it sounds like what I would expect a Bassman to sound like, but there's just something not quite there about it to me as well. So I was actually looking to buy two different plugins that were guitar amp sims, and this one was on the list to try out. I tried it. I didn't really like it that much. It is very simple, but it doesn't have a large range of sounds, and it's not very versatile. So I didn't end up buying that one. But if you like the Bassman sound, um, then try this. It might be what you're looking for, but it might not. For me, it wasn't. Megajoule, I didn't try it. It's a Brainworks emulation that it's it's emulating Mesa Boogie, but then if you click on this web page, it will say like, oh, Mesa Boogie doesn't endorse this, blah blah blah. So that kind of turned me off with this one as well. So I didn't end up trying them. Rock Again, or obviously this is the orange one. I don't really like the sound personally, so I didn't try it. But if you like it, if you like the orange sound, try this out, and it might be what you're looking for. It might not be. But for me, I didn't really like it. Rock Rack, yeah, this is like this is their all-in-one thing. Not for me, not for me. Yeah. Yeah, Channel Limited. I tried this. It's very limited in terms of, it's not very versatile. So I didn't like it. Channel Limited, obviously a very famous brand, and this is like an endorsed amp sim plugin. So that was it ticked a lot of boxes for me, but when I actually tried it and listened to it, I didn't like it, and I didn't like it, and it's got really confusing controls as well, so it wasn't for me. This one, I didn't try it. I don't know. I didn't try it, so I can't talk about it. Um, yeah. Yeah, no idea about it. This one, same, didn't try it. This one, yeah, I didn't try this one, but I tried this one, and the UI of this, look, the sound is really nice, and it can actually get really good clean sounds and really fat, heavy, distorted sounds. So it's great. It sounds great, but the user interface is really, really bad. When you open up the plugin, you'll see that this row of the essential controls, right? Very, very small, and you can't read the text. And it's really hard to know what you're dialing in. And then when you click the faceplate to pull up the impulse response menu, it will show this thing in a slightly this row of controls in a slightly larger format, but still it's not user friendly. So I didn't go for it. This one, I mean, I bought this one. I actually didn't try it. I just bought it. It looks like the UI is better. Um, maybe I should have tried it before I bought it. I bought it. So yeah, I haven't even heard it yet. But yeah, just try. You should definitely just try these. And try before you buy. Friedman, modern plexi amp. You can tell this is modeling a Marshall. I have a different Marshall amp sim that's like an official emulation, like an officially endorsed one that I got for free. So I'd use that if I wanted a Marshall sound, not this one. Friedman Bucks and Betty. This is like a kind of all-in-one, not an all-in-one per se, but it's got like supposed to have a bunch of different tones. I tried it. It sounds really, really nice. So I bought it. And this was my second one that I bought. I recommend trying this too. I guess it's not for everyone. The UI is a bit annoying. The knobs are a bit small as well. It's usable, but like it's not the most versatile one. Like you don't have a lot of options for controls. This one, I don't know what it's trying to do. I just stayed away from it. Yeah, try it if you want, but I just stayed away from it. Didn't try this, can't say anything about it. Didn't try this, didn't try this. I have this. It's really annoying that you can just get like a bunch of presets and you can't tweak them, which is super annoying. So don't even bother with it, honestly. Yeah, I don't even have it installed. Most of the free ones from Plugin Alliance, I don't even have installed because they're just a waste of time and space. This one, I don't know. I haven't tried it. Can't say anything about it. Same with this. It's a Marshall M. Don't know anything about it. Haven't tried it. Can't say anything. Talked about this already. All these pedals and tools. Okay. All right. These look ancient. So I would probably just not worry about it. Just skip them all. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You can, yeah. Yeah. Avid have stock plugins like these that sound pretty good. And yeah, it's free. iZotope stuff. Nah, I don't think I should talk about iZotope. I know that iZotope recently joined brands with Plugin Alliance and Brainworks and stuff, but that's a whole different thing. So yeah, I'll just skip over this. This free nah. Bundles. Yeah, I talked about bundles before. Not really my thing. Discontinue retired, obviously. Don't worry about it. It's retired. And that's it. So yeah. Yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. Once again, don't forget that everything that I've talked about in this video is just my personal opinion. I'm not trying to sling dirt onto companies. I'm not trying to do any free advertising for them. I was just saying that yeah, this is what I would recommend you do based on my experience with them, with the plugins that I say that I've used, and also, you know, whether I think it would be worthwhile trying them out at all. Take it with a huge grain of salt. And yeah, to the companies that I've shown in this video or mentioned, please don't sue me. I'm just trying to look out for your customers, you know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching again. Merry happy holidays. And I'll see you in the new year. I've got some exciting projects lined up, and I can't wait to share them with you. And I'll have some more announcements about them in the near future. But otherwise, happy holidays, and I hope everyone's taking care of themselves. Rest up, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much.